Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what I got for you right now. Hey, if you enjoy these cars that you may think they come from one part of the world, but then you're reading at the name of the car and you say, whoa, wait a second, this is not the car that I'm expecting. Well, you could be in the right track. I think you are incorrect. You are correct, actually. Now, what I got for you right now, let's give it a proper presentation. It's a 143 scale Willis, and this is the Interlagos. But that's not the end of the name. It's called Conversivel. I think Conversivel means convertible in Portuguese. Anyone that speaks Portuguese can please confirm that with me. And this is a 1963 model. Now, what did I say before? A car that you may think is from one brand and then it kind of threw you off when you read, because obviously, if you look at this car, it's nothing but a Alpine A108, or the Renault Alpine that we all are familiar with, at least that I remember seeing. Now, just so you know about the Renault Alpine and the Willis connection, there's a connection, and it says the A08 was also produced in Brazil thanks to an agreement with Willis Overland, renamed as Willis Interlagos. The model was built in three different versions: berlinette, coupe, and convertible. I posted another Willis Interlagos before, and you may, if you want to go to the Willis playlist, you'll find it there. I think that was a coupe or the Berlinette. I don't know much of a difference between both of them. It says the car was the car also had a successful racing career from 1962 till 1966. Those were the years that this car was built, and they built about 822 Interlagos altogether. Remember, these are sports cars from a third company. It's not the original Alpine or Renault Alpine that we are familiar. They had a connection with Willis. So it did not sell the same years as the regular Renault Alpine. You know, the regular Renault Alpine went from 1958 to 1965. This one just was sold between 1962, but in difference, this one was extended for one more year, which is it went till 1966. So it gave you an extra year. Now engines, they share the engines. Just so you remember, if you remember from the previous Willis video, Interlagos, they had a 845 cc's, 904 cc's, and also a 998 cc's. All of these were four cylinders only. And then transmissions, you had a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual, and if that was not enough, you also had a 5-speed manual. Back in 1962 or 63, even up to 66, having a 5-speed manual was not very common. So that's just something to give credit for. All right, everyone. I really like the convertible. The other one that I made, I remember, was in yellow, the regular coupe, but the red one looks good too, and I like the convertible. Now I'm trying to remember if they actually made it as a convertible and in the Renault Alpine. Yes, they actually did, because I couldn't remember that. So they actually did also as a convertible in the Renault Alpine. Okay, I'm gonna let it go around a few times and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. I gotta say, I find this car really good looking. It's very, very similar to the Renault Alpine. Not much of a big difference. I think the rear end is a little different from what I remember in the Renault Alpine, but very, very minimal. And as you probably noticed, the Brazilian market made a lot of their own models, obviously with it can, they had a connection with the original model in France, but not just in this brand, in other models too. They had to make their own models. Unfortunately, because they had Brazil back in the days, they had a lot of restrictions. I think they were not letting importation of they didn't let cars be imported to their country back in the days until not until like back in the 80s or 90s. That's when they started it. I may be wrong in the info, but something like that. That's why there was not many different and such a big market like like Brazil. All right, everyone. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this convertible. Did you like it? Have you ever got to see one in person? Good question. And yeah, and don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And also don't forget to click and subscribe. Click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves, as I always say, more than ever. And goodbye.